Hey footprinters, Chrissy here. Firstly, I would like to say welcome to the new subscribers that I've gained over the last couple of days. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy what I do, and I hope you continue to enjoy what I do. Just if you haven't seen some of my previous videos, I'm not psychic. I'm not a medium. I don't have any guides that I'm conscious of or anything. I'm not sensitive, but I am intuitive, so I do read. I will go with what pops into my head when I'm reading the cards, as well as my intuitive interpretation. Also, why I try to keep my animosity towards certain people down to a minimum and be as objective as possible. I am not a Trump fan, so if you're a huge Trump fan, please, this probably isn't the channel for you. And you know, I mean, you're welcome to stay. I do try and be even-handed, but sometimes it can be very hard when you're dealing with some subjects. Okay, now that that's done, a little bit of housekeeping. Boris Johnson, is he going to achieve Brexit by the 31st of October? Is he going to be able to pull it off? He's never liked Europe. I was watching a thing on him earlier, and oh my goodness, it's John Oliver. If you want a real close look at Boris Johnson and how much that buffoonery of his is real, Channing watched John Oliver last week tonight or something with John Oliver from a few days ago, from Sunday night, and you will get a really good idea. A lot of people compare him to Trump, but Lena Rodriguez says it too, and I say it as well. He is extremely intelligent. His buffoonery is more a facade. He's a very smart man, but is he the right man for England? And will he last long? There was talk of him holding a early election as well, so we'll see how he goes. So, Boris Johnson, Brexit, is he going to be able to do it? So let's have a look at the bottom. Okay. He's planning, he's been planning for years to get Britain out of the European Union, and that's been his plan for a long, long time. Two of wands is often dominion or looking overseas for help, but quite often it's also a card of planning, contemplation and planning. So anyway, the situation: Boris Johnson as the UK Prime Minister and Brexit. He's received news about new actions. Well, he's only just been recently voted as the head of the Tory party, and the Queen has only just in the last day or so invited him to Buckingham Palace and asked him to form a government. So this is news about new action, him forming a government. What's his challenge? Hidden agendas, secrets, deception, stopping that coming out, maybe some jiggery-pokery with the Brexit referendum results. stopping secrets like that coming out. If indeed that did happen, there was interference, and the result that came about was not actually true. Dealing with that coming out, stopping that sort of stuff from coming out. Yeah, he's a very deceptive guy. The basis of the reading: Six of Swords, moving away. Six of the basis of this reading, it's all about Boris Johnson as the new Prime Minister and getting Brexit to happen. Hang on a moment. So yes, Brexit. This is the basis of this reading. Exiting, turning away from the European Union, and exiting and navigating those waters as smoothly as possible. The past. The King of Pentacles. This is a really, really interesting card. There's a hogshead in the flames here. That is Trump butting his nose in and telling Boris what he thinks he should do. In this window, there's a little bird chirping in the other side. Boris's ear. I think that might be Putin. Whisper, whisper, whisper. You know, tweet, tweet, tweet. Sending little messages to Boris. This is in the past. This is what you've got to do. And, you know, this is what we want to happen. So he's been given his orders. Trump is just, you know, a pig of a person who's stoking the flames. Telling people how they should run their countries, and this is the much more subtle birdie chirps of Putin. The present. Well, he's celebrating. He's celebrating because he got what he wanted. Hey, cheers, 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 cheers. Yes, well, yes, well, cheers. And, you know, what are we going to do next? And buffoonery and all that. So, yeah, that's what he's doing at the moment. Celebrating. You know, getting a little bit rat-assed maybe. His near future. This is someone bringing an offer. News of an offer. But there's another aspect to the Knight of Cups. It's all about emotions. And it's all about presenting the best face on something, but something that isn't really the real face of it, romanticizing. The Knight of Cups is often the card of romance, and I think in his near future he's going to start romanticizing how to the British public how wonderful and everything Brexit will be. He's going to start trying to do that. Try to start romancing them into it and romanticizing what the deal would mean, and you know, so yeah, what's his power? He is seen as charging into action. The gallant knight charging in to take action, and you know, or you know, this horse is not really having the smoothest jump. Its legs are all over the place, and it's like really, it's a little bit all over the place, not quite all together, but charging in to take action nonetheless. And people are used to seeing that with him, and a lot of them are charmed by that, you know, buffoonery and you know, clownish type thing, not quite all together, but still charging in to do the best he can for Britain and blah blah blah. And that's charm. They buy that picture, and I think that's a power for him. But what do others see? Now, this is he's done this time and time again, so it's a power for him. But what do others see at the moment? All they see is an offer that they don't really want. We're going to get you out of the European Union, but most Britain don't really want that, despite what the referendum said. And those who maybe initially voted for it, I think a lot of them are rethinking it. And it's, I think I think what they fear he's going to offer them is a hard Brexit. No deals, just leave. And that's not what they want. They want an exit. They want to exit the European Union with a deal intact. They don't want a hard Brexit. And all they're seeing is, that's what they see at the moment, that's all he's got to offer them. You might think, oh, well, you know, they voted him in. No, the Tory party voted him in. The 3,000 odd people voted him in as head of the Conservative Party, not the whole country. What are his hopes and fears? He's hoping that they'll be able to have a retreat, that Brexit will be a smooth retreat, and then they'll be able to sit down and rest and catch their breath. But he's fearing that that's not going to be the case as well. So what is going to be the final outcome for Boris Johnson and Brexit? Walking away. Now I'm going to get some clarification on this. Is this Boris just giving up and walking away and resigning early? Some people saying he's only going to last a few months. He's not going to last very long. He's just going to not be able to do it and walk away. Or is this Britain walking away, the UK walking away from the European Union with the exit? Wherever this person is going, it's a really steep climb, and he's not got a lot of light to guide him because there's an eclipse happening, getting darker and darker. Get some clarification on that. Five of Swords. Yep. He's going to have a victory. I think he is going to, something's going to happen. Brexit is going to happen one way or the other, but it's going to be victory at all costs, a very hollow victory for Boris. And if that does happen, he might be forced to walk away afterwards. He might face a vote of no confidence if he forces a hard Brexit. And then if that happens, it's going to be a very hollow victory for him. There's a number of things I call the Five of Swords, including the cautionary tale and also the hollow victory. May have won, but at the cost of the respect of people. One more, and Five of Cups. It's going to be loss. He's going to force a hard Brexit. It's going to be a hollow victory for him. going to cause a lot of loss for Britain. It's going to be a hollow victory for him, and he's going to have to walk away from the Prime Ministership. I don't think he's going to... Oh. Sorry about that. I'm just tired. I don't think Boris Johnson is going to be the UK Prime Minister for very long. He might last the year out, but then again, I think if he has to force through a hard Brexit, then I think he might end up calling an early election. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. Sorry for dropping the phone, just a bit tired. So thank you for joining in, and I'll see you at the next reading. Bye bye.